Conservatives believe Superintendent Darren Campbell when he says that Brenda Lucki, the Commissioner, pressured the RCMP, and the reason she did it was because she had made a commitment, or she had been pressured by the Prime Minister's office and or the Public Safety Minister's office. We believe Superintendent Campbell.
Stunning allegation coming out of the Mass Casualty Commission investigating the RCMP response to the Nova Scotia shooter. According to the notes of Superintendent Darren Campbell, Commissioner Brenda Lucki promised the then Public Safety Minister Mounties would release info about shooter Gabriel Wortman's guns, even if Nova Scotia Mounties felt they weren't ready to.
This is disgusting to know that the Prime Minister and his office would use the death of Canadians for his own political gain.
A report on RCMP communications in the days after the April 2020 shooting shows Superintendent Campbell took notes on meetings between Nova Scotia Mounties and national headquarters. In those meetings, Campbell writes Lucki was disappointed in how Nova Scotia Mounties handled news conferences and that she had expressly asked for specific information on the firearms used to be included. But Campbell writes he felt that could jeopardize the investigation into where the guns came from. In Campbell's notes, he writes Lucki had promised the Minister of Public Safety and the Prime Minister's office that the RCMP would release this information, adding this was tied to pending gun control legislation. Bill Blair, then Public Safety Minister, now Emergency Preparedness Minister, vehemently denies it ever happened.
She had a conversation with her subordinates, and that's her job as the Commissioner, but there was no pressure brought to bear and no interference with the operational decisions of the RCMP.
In a statement, Commissioner Lucki stated, "I did not interfere in the ongoing investigations into the largest mass shooting in Canadian history," adding, "It was a tense discussion and I regret the way I approached the meeting and the impact it had on those in attendance." However, Lucki didn't deny making promises to cabinet ministers or the Prime Minister's office. In the Commons today, Conservatives pressing the Liberals for an investigation.
These Liberals have a pattern of interfering in investigations to advance their political agenda, just like we saw in SNC-Lavalin. Will the government commit today to a full and open and transparent investigation to get to the bottom of this?
Well, Minister of Emergency Preparedness. Speaker, the independence of law enforcement operations is a key principle of our democracy, and it's one that our government deeply respects and one that I have always defended. At no point, Mr. Speaker, did our government pressure or interfere in the operational decisions of the RCMP.
In Ottawa, Xiaoli Li, City News.